Hi everybody, welcome to RetroYuuki Commentaries, and today we'll be talking about morning streaming and my my history about morning streaming and why has it changed ever since I started streaming back in 2016. So let's start talking about why, what happened, and the history of me morning streaming. So today, it just so happens that today we're gonna break that streak where I don't stream in the morning because we have a special stream today with I'm gonna be playing with Jimmy Dukes and his buddy Merkless, Murckless. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be playing DMZ of Ashika Island, but this is the last time. That is the last day of the streak where I don't stream before 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. I mean, excuse me, before 12 p.m. Pacific. And let's talk about that and what happened to me streaming in the morning. But before we get there, we have to go way back to 2016 when I started the YouTube channel in full. So in 2016, I started what was called, I believe I called it Gamers Nation way back in 2016. Now, this is way before the VR chat, the streaming really started, content creation really started, because I was just doing random stuff. Let's just say that to say the least. It wasn't until I discovered the Moody bot that I started, you know what, let me do tutorials. And then the tutorial started, and it worked. And then we got 500 subs a year later. Then we got 1,000 2020 22. So, so what happened to the streaming part? The streaming part came into play. Now, this is before. This is. I'm only talking about gaming streaming, not Moody. But Moody was part of it because I did stream in the morning. So I did Moody bot tutorials live in the mornings when the bot started getting active. It's been inactive for a little bit. But when the bot was active, I streamed in the morning to give you guys a tutorial about Moody bot. It's been a while since I did that because they've been inactive the last few months. But still, that was still a morning stream. And then a few weeks, or I think a few months after that, we started something called Coffee and Mario, where I stream a Mario game in the morning while drinking coffee. It was my version of something in the morning back then. Now keep in mind those streams were in the morning proper. 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:30. I have not done one of those for a while. At least in the morning, 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m., and 11:45 a.m. Okay? It's been a while. So this stream at 11:45 today just so happens to be at 11:45 with Jimmy and Merkless. But when it comes to morning streaming properly, it's been a while since I did a morning stream as a whole. 2018 was, I think, the last time I actually did a morning stream and not a video. And you can tell that because I'm on Twitch. On Twitch, I used to stream in the morning. There was something I used to do. I don't think I have it anymore. I tried to check this, but there was a website I made back then, and that website was for my streaming material. Now, keep in mind that back then, I did not know how to do a website using code. I know how to do it now because I'm going to school for that. But back in 2018, I didn't go full ham on HTML. So I use a website generator, and I think it's called Wix. I forgot the name, but I think it's called Wix. And what happened was there was a model or there was a template I can do for gaming. So I took it. And in that model, I had a way to make a schedule, like an actual stream schedule. So what used to happen was there was something called Tails Tuesday. Tails Tuesday does not exist anymore yet. As in I might bring it back for the RetroYuuki gaming channel, but back then this was a thing. So what is Tails Tuesday? Tails Tuesday was when I did a Tails game, or preferably Tales of Graces, in the morning, as in literally in the morning. So the timing was usually, I believe, 9:30 to 12 or 9:30 to 11. I forgot. I remember I did this in the morning. And back then, I tried to implicate sabotages. But they were not the sabotages of today, where you can use Yuki coin. They were using the wheel. That was in the morning. One of the sabotages was to use a certain character. For example, I can only use Sophie, I can only use Asbel. Those two, and then whatever the other sabotages I have. No items, no apple gels, no this, and no that. That was the sabotages at the time. And then I put it on the table, on the schedule table. I don't think I have that site anymore, but if I do, I'll go ahead and do a commentary flashback about that site if I can find it again. But as far as morning streams are concerned, that was the legit last time that I can remember doing a stream in the AM. Like legit, and it was scheduled. The one we're about to do for with Jimmy and Merc is a scheduled stream, but that was a last minute thing. That was more like a add on into our Call of Duty specials because of the Call of Duty season 2. But at the time, I scheduled these morning streams like I would do for my 5:30s. My 5:30 show, my 8:45, because that's been our MO. That's been our meta ever since we can transition into VR chat and roleplay. Okay? So back then it was scheduled. This one that's coming up today is scheduled, but it was scheduled last night. It was not in advance. And it was scheduled in advance, but I did not put the actual stream until last night when I confirmed with Jimmy and Merc that we're gonna play together. So this was like an add-on into the season. But back then, I scheduled it as part of our scheduling. Okay. Other than that, there are no streams in the AM, even on Twitch, since 2018. And that includes Bot tutorials, by the way, because that's what I did as well. Okay, and the last stream on Twitch as of right now is December 30th, 2022. I mean, excuse me, hold on, wait. That doesn't sound right. No, it was January 26th, 2023. I remember this part. But it's coming back. I am returning to Twitch. I just haven't decided what particular thing we're gonna do on Twitch here right now. So for now, we are coming back to Twitch. I just haven't decided what. But that's for another day, ladies and gentlemen. So what happened? What happened with morning streams in terms of history? Besides Twitch, on Facebook and YouTube, I used to do something called Mario and Coffee. Coffee with Mario, Mario and Coffee, something in that line of Coffee and Mario, where I streamed a Mario game in the morning while drinking a cup of coffee. And the cup used to look like this, like a regular coffee mug, but I would drink coffee while playing Mario at the same time. Or not like literally at the same time while playing, but I would drink coffee while playing a Mario game at the same time. Okay? So that was my version of let's play a Mario in the morning is what I'm thinking of here. And I might bring back Mario in the morning, just not with coffee. So I'm just going to call it Mario in the morning. MITM. Okay? MITM. Mario in the morning. That's possibly coming to RetroYuuki Gaming. Now, why am I saying RetroYuuki Gaming, now RetroYuuki Productions? Well, I'll have to think about that one for a little bit. So, the morning streams, how did they do in terms of numbers? Well, unfortunately, I cannot do that because of a few things. Number one, on YouTube, I already removed the morning stuff because we don't do it usually in the morning. So back when I first started on YouTube and all this good stuff happened, RetroYuuki Productions and actually RetroYuuki itself was not a thing yet. That's right. We were not originally called RetroYuuki. Ladies and gentlemen, back when I started YouTube, like when I first started publishing any type of video on YouTube back in 2016-17, we were called Gamers Nation. Believe it or not. And Gamers Nation was our name for a while, and in 2017 or 18 came around, and then we started calling ourselves Angelic Yuki. Angelic Yuki with an A. Okay? And that was because I remember making a game, and I'm still making a game today, where there was a character by the name of Francelet. That's where that name came from. Francelet came from that game I'm making. I'm not making that game anymore. I'm making it a different one. But that's where the Gamers Nation transitioned into Angelic Yuki. And then finally, around 2017-18, we transitioned into what is now called RetroYuuki, and 2023 RetroYuuki Productions because of VR chat. So not only you got a history lesson of the channel, you got a history lesson of morning streaming. But morning streaming started on this channel in 2017 when we first talked about Twitch. Okay? And YouTube at the same time, when I multi-stream at the same time. And I'm still multi-streaming today. But back then in the morning, it was scheduled. The first game I played in the morning on Twitch is going to be .hack/recode. I think it's called .hack/recode. I forgot. It's the same company that made Sword Art Online. Okay, and that was pretty fun. And then we transitioned to multi-streaming 2017-18, where I streamed to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. And I'm still doing that with YouTube and Facebook. I'll be flipping to Twitch soon. That's the history of that. Then we did a lot of other stuff in the morning. But what happened? So 2019 comes around. So 2019, 20, and 21 were the transition years. And 22 at this point. Because now I have a standardized time, 5:30 and 8:45, if we were transitioning into actual time, like an actual scheduled time. There was no scheduled time back then. And then anything in the morning was broken. So we started looking at potential times, and it just so happens that 5:30 and 8:45 work. And it worked because number one, it's later in the day. Number two, people are off from work. People are already coming home from school. That's a perfect time to start streaming at 5:30. So I have a jackpot. It just so happens that one particular game that we are doing just helped out in 2021. VR chat. Just so happens that this Saturday we're having one at 5:30, 5:15 because of a special. But 5:30 is not a morning. 11:45 is. So back in 2018, 19, 20, and 21, and 22, and 23, we had not done a morning gaming stream for a while. And now I'm about to break it. And I'm happy to break it in this particular situation. I'm happy to break the streak just because I'm going to be playing with two content creators that I play with. Jimmy Dukes obviously is number one, and then Merkless. It's been I don't think I played with Merkless before. I know about him because of Jimmy's streams, but I do not know if I played with him before today. This will be my first interactions with him for either forever or in a while. But regardless, we are having a morning stream, and it's about to break. Okay, but will there be another morning stream again? That's the big question. And the thing about morning streaming is it's tough. Okay, let me explain that part. Morning streaming is not as difficult as an afternoon stream because it's the regular content. However, you're talking about morning streaming here. Now, you're not talking about afternoon stuff. You're talking about in the morning, sun's up, everything here in this case. Morning streams are coming back, but for a trial run. And I'm thinking about it on Mondays. Actually, excuse me, Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning. But I have not officially announced it. I'm telling you guys this now as a possibility. So if you guys like streams in the morning and you were used to be with me in the morning, I might return to those. But not on Mondays and Wednesdays because of my caregiver. I'm talking about Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because it's a transition thing from actually it's because of two things I want to talk about. And I want to talk about it here because technically speaking, I'm talking about morning streaming. And there is a little bit of a little heads up on schedule changes for the year, at least for now. As you guys know, we do have some content coming up after next week. And next week, after the Call of Duty specials, we have Francis the Cat reacting to anime art. We have Infinite the Jackal reacting to video game art. We have Francis the Hedgehog reacting to various ARPs and other Sonic content. We have other material. We have VR chat every Tuesday and Thursday. We have highlight videos. We have big commentary. So to fit everything, we have to adjust. There is one adjustment I'm about to make I want to talk about, and this is very, very big and very potential. 8:45 streams are no longer gonna be suitable. And the reason why is because a few factors you have to understand. And I think it's time to make this change. 8:45 on the West Coast is 5:30 is 5:45 Hawaii time. But here's where it gets a little bit tricky. It's 11:45 p.m. Eastern. And I specifically mentioned Eastern. That's midnight Eastern, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's going to stay up at 11:45 at night. Eastern. Excuse me. Not a lot of people is 11:45 p.m. Eastern. Okay? Not a lot. There are some, but not too many. That does not mean I'm not going to stream again at 8:45. That means I want to make an adjustment. So here's my here's my proposal for you all. The only time we're going to stream at 8:45 at night from now on is going to be number one, a co-stream at night. Number two, a special. And number three, and no, that's it. A special or a co-stream. That's it. 8:45. There is no reason to stream at 8:45. However, that does not mean you're not going to get content at 8:45. That just means you're not going to see a stream at 8:45. Content at 8:45 could be Francis the Cat, could be Francis the Hedgehog, could be Francis the Jackal, could be Infinite the Jackal, could be any of our characters presenting content on this channel. It could be a news video. It could be one of these puppies right here. It could be one of these right here. It could be one of these right here. It could be this right here, all that. So that's why I'm flipping 8:45. But what would be the counter time? My proposal is 11:30 a.m. not p.m. a.m. 11:30 a.m. or 11:45, like we're about to do in about a few minutes from this recording. By the time you watch this video, me and Jimmy and Merc are probably in the middle of our session. So if you guys want to vote on 11:30 or 11:45 in the counterplay, feel free to do so in the community tab. I'm gonna have a poll on the community tab by the time you watch this video about for morning streams. So I'm actually typing in recording this. Morning streams coming back soon. Pick a time. I'm going to let you vote for 11:30 a.m. PT, 11:45 a.m. PT, or 11 flat. Then it's going to be 11, 12, 1, 2 p.m. ET. This is going to be oops. I believe that it's going to be 1:45, 12, 1, 2:45. 2:45 p.m. ET. This is 2:30 p.m. ET. Or 10:45 a.m. ET, which becomes 11, 12, 1:45 p.m. ET. So go ahead and vote when you have a chance. And that is it for this video. I have to get ready in 30 minutes of this recording because me and Jimmy about to play. Have fun, everybody. Don't forget to vote and enjoy. We'll see you guys over there at 11:45 in the morning for Jimmy and Merc. We're going to be playing some DMZ. Oh, yes, I said Z. England talk. But DMZ. Let's have some fun.